We're just going to practice diaphragmatic breath tonight, just for the time being. There's a reason we practice this, and there's a reason why they call it this, diaphragmatic breath, right? And it's also known as belly breathing, because what we're attempting to do is to allow the belly to expand as we breathe in, and then even allow a bit of contraction there as we breathe out, so that we can really focus on the most optimal breath, the most oxygen coming in, and the most CO2 leaving the body. So the belly expands because the diaphragm is literally moving down, making room for the lungs to expand. So the belly is technically, expanding, but only to make space for the diaphragm, to make space for the lungs, right? To also expand. So if you want to place one hand on the lower abdomen, you can. It's totally optional. You could also just feel grounded and let the palms sort of land wherever they land. Close the eyes whenever you're ready, and just take a few moments to come into your internal experience. So maybe that is via noticing the breath, just like as it is on its own, allowing it to be what it already was, just kind of following it in and out, allowing it to be sort of natural for a moment. Noticing that space where your bottom meets the foundation beneath you, and where the foundation beneath you meets your body. Maybe releasing a little bit through the shoulders, allowing the arms to become a little bit heavy. And then just notice your next exhale. So noticing if the belly or the navel moves very slightly inward, even if it's very subtle. And then eventually letting the belly expand with the breath in. Noticing just to where you want to fill up naturally and comfortably, and then go ahead and exhale. Allow the belly to contract slightly. Sometimes we say the navel moving in towards the spine. And then allowing the belly to expand again as you breathe in through your nose. Right, just continuing here for a few rounds of breath. Connecting to the idea that as we breathe in, we draw in oxygen that has this beautiful internal chemical reaction with our energy, creating energy, creating purification through the bloodstream. And then as we exhale, we literally let go of what no longer serves us every single time we let the breath out, releasing the old stale air, making room in the lungs for more breath. So we'll stay here for a few more moments in our belly breath. Maybe just noticing if there are areas of the body that are tensing or engaging, and sending a little bit of release to any zone that needs a little help with the exhale. And we'll just take one more belly breath. Right, finding the exhale when you're ready, that full emptying out. And then just let your breath move into its natural state, in and out through the nose, letting it flow naturally, even if it kind of continues in its journey here. And if you want to bring a little movement, maybe side to side swaying or back to front, you can allow that to be sort of your next step. Seeing if you could slow it down and even connect it to your breath. like your natural rate of breath right now? It's really tempting to like just sort of leap into action. And so we just practice the not only the slowing down that we all actually really connected to the idea of slowing down when we spoke of it last. Um, but the idea that the slowing down will lead us to intentional movement, intentional decision making, intentional living.